You called me because you need backup for this geek squad of yours, right?
That's not why you're here.
Dunmire? Let me tell you something. Dunmire makes that chow mein eating Ming look like a tooth fairy. He's connected, Dwight. Dixie Mafia. It is no joke.
A 50-year-old bourbon can go for $5,000 a bottle. What do you say you have in here, 100 barrels?
200. 150 bottles per barrel, so that's...
Big money.
150 million to be exact.
Holy sh**.
Yeah, you can see that again.
Leo, stop the goddamn car.
I want the Montague 50. Where's?
How bad are you, Tyson?
I live.
Dunmire won't.
All you had to do was just take your ass home, bruh. That's all you had to do. If Tyson would have just took his ass home and not stayed at that goddamn strip club to get a lap dance by a stripper, Dwight could have still been up $150 million and he still could have had that bourbon collection. All Tyson had to do was just go home, bro. That's all he had to do. Like, Tyson was doing good throughout the episode. He was actually making some smart plays in the episode. Even though Dwight told him not to do nothing in this episode and stay at Montu's distillery until he got back from Texas, which is something that I'm going to talk about later on in the video. But like I said, if Tyson would have just took his ass home when everybody from Dwight's crew left the strip club, he could have avoided getting his ass whooped, as well as losing Dwight's bourbon collection that's worth $150 million. This was dumb. This was not smart for Tyson to do. All he had to do was just go home, bro. That's all he had to do. But what's the deal with it, YouTube? What's good with y'all? What's up with everybody? I'll go by the name of DC, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Tulsa King Season 3, Episode 2, and Episode 3. I'm going to be recapping and breaking down both episodes for y'all, let y'all know how I felt about both of these episodes. I wasn't able to get around to my Episode 2 recap last week, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about both Episode 2 and Episode 3. And just give y'all my recaps and thoughts about the episode and how I felt about both episodes overall. But before I do that and get into this video for y'all, as usual, if you're finding me for the first time and you like the content that I upload and create, tap in and hit the post bell notification button to support the channel and to get updated on all content I post on my channel. And leave your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. And y'all let me know how y'all felt about both Episode 2 and Episode 3. Now, overall, I enjoyed both Episode 2 and Episode 3. I enjoyed both of these episodes. Both episodes was phenomenal to me. I enjoyed Episode 3 a little bit more than Episode 2, but I like both of the episodes at the end of the day. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the episode. Season 3 of Tulsa King has been great so far. I've really been liking the way Season 3 has been going so far. I really have been enjoying Season 3. But I ain't gonna waste my time giving y'all my thoughts about the episodes because I got a lot of stuff that I gotta talk about with y'all today. So I'm gonna just get into these recaps and break down both episodes for y'all and just give y'all my thoughts and my inputs about both episodes. I will be giving y'all my thoughts about Episode 2 first, and then I'm gonna get into Episode 3 afterwards. Now in Episode 2, we saw the aftermath of Theo Montague's death. We know in Episode 1, he got taken out by Jeremiah Dunmire and his crew for not giving him his distillery and giving it to Dwight instead. And while Dwight and his crew was at Theo's funeral, Jeremiah popped up on the funeral to have a conversation with Dwight, and Jeremiah offered to pay Dwight 3 times the money that he had paid to Theo to buy the distillery from him, which Dwight turned down. But after this conversation that he had with Jeremiah, he realized that the distillery has something valuable that Jeremiah wants. So afterwards, Dwight asked Cleo why is Jeremiah so eager to buy her father's distillery from him, and come to find out, Theo has a 50-year-old bourbon collection that he left behind that's worth $150 million. And Jeremiah wants to get his hand on his bourbon collection because it's worth a whole lot of money. So with the help of Cleo, as well as Tyson Dad helping out with the plumbing, because Tyson Dad helped them out with setting up the plumbing for the distillery and get things back up and running at the distillery for them so they could produce the Bourbon 50. But due to Tyson's stupidity in Episode 3, Dwight and his crew lost the Bourbon 50 collection, and the bourbon collection is now in the hands of Jeremiah Dunmire. Because in Episode 3, Dwight went out of town and he had to go to Texas to go on a mission with Musso. But before Dwight went out of town, Dwight told his crew to lay low and hang at the distillery until he got back. And instead of listening to Dwight, Tyson wanted to take matters into his own hands and do some recon work on the Dunmire family and follow Cole Dunmire throughout the episode to see what information he could gather about Cole and his family. So Bodie, Tyson, and Grace followed Cole Dunmire throughout the episode, and they followed Cole to an illegal gambling spot that he was running. And when Goody showed up at the gambling spot after Grace called him, Goody and the crew realized that Cole is running an illegal gambling spot and he's scamming old people out of their money. So with Tyson being upset about this, Tyson and Goody decide to finesse Cole out of some money and forcing Cole to pay him his money in front of everybody to avoid being exposed as a scammer. So afterwards, Dwight and his crew was at the strip club celebrating, and when everybody was ready to leave, Tyson decided to stay at the strip club to get a lap dance from a stripper after everyone told Tyson to leave with them and to not stay behind at the strip club. And when Tyson was getting this lap dance from this stripper, Cole caught Tyson lacking at the strip club, and he had his goons beat down Tyson until he told him where Dwight is keeping the bourbon 50 collection at. And Tyson was keeping it solid at first. He was refusing to tell Cole where the bourbon collection was at, and he was really standing on business. But once Cole had his goons point a gun at the stripper's head that Tyson was kicking it with, immediately Tyson folded and gave them the whereabouts to where they could find the bourbon 50s collection at. And like I said earlier in the video, Tyson was dumb as hell for doing this, bro. He was dumb as hell for doing this. He ain't even know that stripper like that, and he gave up the whole bourbon collection over a stripper that he just met. He ain't even know that stripper like that, and he gave up the whole bourbon collection over a stranger, bro. And for him to fold so easily and tell Cole where the bourbon collection was hidden at is weak, bro. It's weak, because who's to say the stripper didn't set Tyson up and she was working with Cole and his goons to set up Tyson? Like, you never know. You never know what could have happened. The stripper could have been in on it from the start. She probably could have been helping out Cole by setting up Tyson to get a lap dance from her. You never know. And if Tyson dumbass would have just went with Dwight's crew and left the strip club the same time that they left, none of this stuff would have happened, bro. None of this stuff would have happened. But even though Dwight and his crew lost the bourbon 50s collection, I am expecting them to get their hands back on that bourbon collection in these next upcoming episodes. Based off the episode 4 trailer, it's looking like Dwight and his crew is about to be on the hunt for Jeremiah Dunmire and his crew in episode 4 to try to find that bourbon collection. As well as Bill Babalakwa. Bill is going to be making a return in that episode as well, trying to help out Dwight with finding that bourbon collection. So even though Tyson slipped up in this episode and his stupidity cost them $150 million worth of bourbon, I do believe they will find a way to get their hands back on this bourbon collection. And when that does happen, all this is going to do is create more issues between Dwight and Jeremiah in future episodes in season 3. Now in episode 3, we saw Dwight head to Texas in the episode to go on a mission with Musso after Musso reached out to Dwight and told him it was now time for him to start doing some dirty work for him. Because in this episode, Dwight got a call from Musso, and Musso told Dwight to drop everything and meet up with him ASAP because he needs him to go on this mission with him in this episode, and if not, he's going to lock up him and his crew. So with no other choice, Dwight met up with Musso, and Dwight went with Musso to Texas in this episode to help him out with locking up a crazy ass terrorist that's known for killing women and kids who goes by the name of Dexter Deacon, which Dwight ended up meeting in this episode, even though it was only for a brief moment. And while they was on this road trip, Dwight wanted to know why didn't Musso ask for backup or reach out to his task force to see if they could help him out with locking up Dexter Deacon if he's so crazy. And Musso didn't say nothing, he just kept a quiet face. And Musso's reaction in this episode when Dwight asked him this question definitely lets me know that Musso is doing something that he ain't got no business doing with Dwight. And I'm starting to believe he's not a real FBI agent. I'm starting to believe he might have lost his job and he's doing stuff under the table. And even though we didn't get much of this Musso and Deacon Dexter storyline in this episode, I definitely believe more is going to be revealed about this storyline in these next upcoming episodes of Tulsa King. We're going to figure out the real reason why Musso hates Dexter so much and why he wants to take him down. And I definitely believe Dwight is going to use this Dexter Deacon situation as a way to get from under Musso's thumb and neutralize him by the end of season 3. Now in episode 3, we saw Cleo crash out in this episode and pull up to Jeremiah's house and tried to set his house on fire and take him out for taking out her father. Because in this episode, Mitch decided to take Cleo on a road trip in the same car that he took Cleo to prom in back in the day. And when Mitch decided to let Cleo drive the car, Cleo ends up driving to Jeremiah's house and started doing donuts on his property and tried to set his house on fire as payback for what he did to her father. And Jeremiah is a better man than me. He's a better man than me, because I would have got Cole and Mitch out of here in this episode, bro. I would have had my goons take them out. It's bad enough I don't like y'all already, and I'm not the biggest fan of Dwight, but y'all want to come over here messing with me and doing donuts on my property, trying to set my property on fire. Like, I would have had my goons take out Cole and Mitch, bro. I would have had them take them out. And I believe either Cole or Mitch is going to get dropped off because of this situation, bro. I believe one of them two is going to get taken out in these next upcoming episodes of Tulsa King. I can't see both of them making it out of season 3 alive. If I had to take a guess, I would lead towards Mitch being the one to get taken out of them two, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cleo ends up getting taken out, because she's been moving dumb lately and she just ready to crash out at any given moment. And even though Mitch told her to stand down and not retaliate against Jeremiah and his family until Dwight say so, I believe she's going to do something else to antagonize Jeremiah and piss him off. I don't see Cleo sitting back and allowing Jeremiah to get away with taking out her father and not doing nothing about it. I don't see her doing this, and with her not doing this, I believe this is going to lead to her or lead to Mitch getting taken out in these next upcoming episodes of Tulsa King. Now, before I end this video, I do gotta talk about this Armand and him missing situation. I definitely gotta talk about that. Because in this episode, while Dwight was going to Texas, Armand's wife Clara popped up at Dwight's distillery and wanted to talk to him to see if he knows where Armand is. Assuming that Dwight has something to do with Armand's disappearance, because apparently Armand has been missing and Clara can't find him. And I believe either Goody or Agent Musso knows where Armand is at. I believe one of them two know where he at. Because back in episode 2, Goody revealed to Dwight that he heard that Armand has been running his mouth at the AA meetings that he's been attending, which could be a problem for Dwight if New York finds out about the stuff that Dwight got going on out in Tulsa when it comes to him having a distillery. And Goody was looking for Armand throughout that episode trying to find him. And in episode 3, Agent Musso asked Dwight about Armand and his whereabouts. And when Dwight told Musso that Armand is in Colorado with his family, Musso played it off like he believed Dwight, but that wasn't the case, based off his reaction in my opinion. To me, it seemed like he might know where Armand is at. So like I said, I believe either Goody or Agent Musso know where Armand is at. One of them two know where Armand is at. And I am expecting Armand to pop up sooner than later if he's not dead, because you never know. Your boy Armand could be dead somewhere. Goody probably could have took him out, especially with Goody not liking Armand. You never know. Goody probably got that boy out of here and dumped his body somewhere, but I am expecting us to get some answers about Armand and where he's been at, and I do believe he's going to pop up sooner than later in these next upcoming episodes of Tulsa King. But if you made it to the end of this video and you like the video that I uploaded and created, hit the like button to help this video get recommended across the algorithm. Hit the post bell notification button to support the channel and to get updated on all content I post on my channel. And leave your comments and theories down below in the comment section. New videos on the way, new content coming soon. Stay on the lookout for that. Keep the post bell notification buttons turned on to get updated on all content I post on my channel. I appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody that's been rocking with me and supporting the channel. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe and God bless.